Hello, everybody. My name is Sergio Millman. I'm the CEO of Optirate. Optirate is the Expedia for retail banking. Each year, consumers lose over $22 billion in earnings potential by keeping their CD investments with mega banks. Let me say that again, $22 billion. The problem for the consumer is it's virtually impossible to find institutions that pay high yields in the ocean of over 16,000 community banks and credit unions. And that is until now. Optirate offers an opportunity for community banks and credit unions to offer their services directly to the consumer at high yields while creating relationships with affluent consumers. Optirate also offers the consumer the opportunity to search and open CD accounts that pay yields that are 3 to 7 times more than what a mega bank will pay. Mega bank is an institution like Citibank, a Wells, a B of A, you name them, as well as internet-only banks like Ally and ING Direct. I'll give you just one example. As of last week, the national average for a 12-month CD was about 0.6%. Mega banks paid a little bit less than that, 0.4%. Now compare that to community banks and credit unions, some of which were paying 2.27% for the same investment. That's well over 4.5 times what a mega bank will pay. So let's go through the demo. Let's go through the site. The all-important search feature right here, which I'll get back to in a second. But before I do, let me point out a couple of areas. Here we've got a summary of rates of what's available in open market, as well as what's available through Optirate. The Rate Concierge section enables consumers to contact us and stay in touch with us. And Helpful Tools provides articles, tools, guides that help people learn and stay abreast of CD investments. So I have $15,000 I'd like to invest in a 1 to 3 month CD. I've entered my zip code, and I am agnostic as to the location of the bank. It can be anywhere in the country. When I click on search, I'm presented with 6 options. The first 3 options are an exact match to my search requirements. The second 3 options are based on slightly relaxed requirements, but offer higher yields. I'm presented with the information about the bank, its rating, the rate, the term, as well as terms and conditions. We provide an opportunity for the consumer to learn a little bit about the bank through an ad placed by that institution. This is the only place where you find an ad. And the consumer is able to then open an account. So I've pre-filled this application to save us a little bit of time, but it's essentially the same application you'll see on any bank site. Ask for general information, ID, registration information, and the funding information for the consumer. So how are you going to fund this account? There's a number of disclosures and a signature bar. There's a confirmation page where we restate all the information, make sure it's all accurate. And if it is, the consumer clicks on purchase, and literally within 2 to 3 seconds, the consumer gets a confirmation. And if they're approved, they get a confirmation like this. The CD is open, subject to funding verification. There's some information on the purchaser, as well as the type of CD. So literally within 5 minutes and 5 clicks, you can find the best rate and open the CD online. There's no need to go to any bank site. Now, consumers win with our service, but so do financial institutions. What we offer financial institutions is an ability to connect with affluent consumers in their neighborhood, in their state, or throughout the country. Unlike any other service, we offer an opportunity not just to increase liquidity for a financial institution, but also to develop long-standing and deep relationships with affluent consumers. In fact, an average financial institution in our service will acquire 1,000 customers, raise at least $25 million in CDs, and add at least $1 million to their net revenue. So let me take you through just a piece of the bank functionality. And what I want to focus on is the campaign section. So this is a summary of campaigns. Banks can create any number of campaigns on our site. It's completely self-service, and it's all real-time. So here the banker can see all the campaigns that have been created. Some of them are active, some of them are not. This is all self-controlled. And if I want to see the detail of any of the campaigns, I can see how much has been authorized. I can see when the campaign is set to expire, and I can obviously change these parameters. I can see the account types, which the bank has been willing to accept for this particular campaign. I can see the tiers and rates, as well as the geography. And then this is where the bank can define where they'd like to market this specific campaign. They can do it nationwide in a specific state, or even in a specific county within the state. So we're expecting to launch our consumer service in the next 2 to 3 months. And consumers can follow us through our blog or our Facebook page or Twitter pages. In the meantime, we're eager to talk to community banks and credit unions who are growing and who value their customer relationships and want to increase those relationships. Thank you.